Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise today to honor the life and legacy of a remarkable public servant, trailblazer, and beloved member of our Ocala community, former Ocala Councilmember Mary Sue Rich. At the end of last year, at the age of 85, Miss Mary Sue Rich, she passed away. Miss Mary left behind a legacy that helped shape the city of Ocala for generations. She was a woman of courage and conviction, and her life reminds us that progress is often driven not by loud moments, but by steady, faithful service over time. In 1995, Mary Sue Rich made history when she became Ocala's first Black City Council member. At a time when representation mattered deeply and change did not come easily, she stepped forward with grace and determination. She was ready to serve her community, but more importantly, she opened doors. Mary Sue Rich remained on the Ocala City Council until 2019, becoming the longest-serving council member in the city's history. Her longevity was not just a matter of years, but a testament to the trust in her that her community placed in her and the respect that she had earned through her leadership. Miss Mary was a mentor, a role model, and a living example of what it means to lead with integrity. She believed that progress comes when we bring people together, not when we divide them. Her leadership style was always rooted in listening, collaboration, and of course with a deep love for the city that she called home. Her impact is not measured in titles alone, but it is reflected in the strengthened institutions that she helped guide, the voices that she elevated, and the countless residents whose lives were improved because she cared enough to serve. You know, I remember meeting her for the first time many years ago. I was a young, freshly elected Congresswoman, and she was just so gracious and kind. I recall thinking to myself how remarkable she was, someone whose tiny shoulders, she's not that tall, had been so small, but she carried so much. She was a force, a tiny titan, if you will. And that meeting that we had was actually a groundbreaking for a building that today bears her name. The dirt that we dug that day still sits on my desk. So, as we extend our sincere condolences to her family, her friends, and the entire Ocala community, we mourn her passing, but we choose to use this as a moment to celebrate a life well lived and a legacy that will endure long after this moment. Mr. Speaker, Mary Sue Rich's story reminds us why public service matters, and I ask my colleagues to join me in remembering and honoring the extraordinary life of Miss Mary Sue Rich.